There was a specific case, and when I learned about the case, I worked behind the scenes to not only make sure that that transgender woman got the services she was deserving. So it wasn't only about that case. I made sure that they changed the policy in the state of California so that every transgender inmate in the prison system would have access to the medical care that they desired and need.
Looks like Kamala Harris's radical ideas spread to Indiana. An inmate in the state convicted of killing his 11-month-old stepdaughter in 2001 now wants you, the taxpayer, to foot the bill for his gender transition surgery, and a federal judge says the prison must provide it, but not if our next guest has his way.
Join us now, Indiana Attorney General, former class of 2010, member of Congress, classmate of mine, Todd Rokita. Todd, good to see you. I just had to throw that in there. Sorry about that. That wasn't in the teleprompter.
Great to see you, Sean.
Listen, this is. I mean, Dagan and I read the story. We're shocked that this surgery is going to have to be provided at taxpayer expense. Give us an update. What odds do you have of success in the courts of overturning this?
Well, if common sense has anything to do with it, you know, we hope to prevail, and I think we will ultimately. You know, these cases are bubbling, Sean, and hi to you too, Dagan. Really appreciate your work. These cases are bubbling up all over the country because, unfortunately, you did great work showing what the Democrat presidential candidate is all about. It's this division and chaos that they sow, and this gender transition surgery is part of it. So I anticipate that whether it's this case or one just like it, you're going to have to see the U.S. Supreme Court finally make a decision, and the decision should be pretty easy. And as taxpayers, like has been said here in Indiana through their elected representatives, do not want to pay for these kinds of surgeries, and the science is not at all settled that this is a proper procedure or that not giving such a procedure amounts to cruel and unusual punishment. There's no question that this guy is messed up, you know, from the crime, the horrible crime he committed, to the self-mutilation that he now does, that then portends, in the court's opinion, to allow him to have such a surgery. None of that is settled, and we shouldn't affirm that behavior. Yeah, he might need some therapy, but he doesn't need the taxpayers to be paying for this kind of surgery. And it's not just one surgery, it's through the rest of the man's life. There's several surgeries that will be needed. It'll cost hundreds of thousands of dollars in the end.
Really quickly, General, who's behind these lawsuits and this movement?
The ACLU, you know, they've turned their back on the American principles for decades now. They're sowing that chaos and division that's helping destroy this country, just like the Democratic Party standard bearer you showed at the beginning of this segment. You know, that's what's happening here. I see it, and it doesn't matter the court, the issue.
We have to run,
I see it in court
Todd.
every week.
Thank you for being with us.